The Supreme Court of Appeal will rule today on the DA's application to review the NPA's decision to drop corruption and fraud charges against President Jacob Zuma. And Finance Minister President Gordhan says the World Bank classifies South Africa as a middle-income country. I'm Richard Brooks. The Supreme Court of Appeal will rule today on the DA's application to review the NPA's decision to drop corruption and fraud charges against President Jacob Zuma. The DA is appealing an earlier court judgment which refused a review of the decision. In 2009, the then acting head of the National Prosecuting Authority, Mokuteri Mshe, decided to drop charges against Zuma, who was not yet president at the time. Asanda Matsunyane has more.
Earlier, a high court held that the DA had failed to show that the NPA's decision not to prosecute Zuma had affected its rights or those of the broader public. The DA argues that the decision was based on political and not rational grounds. The main opposition party also wants the NPA to make available the information that led to the decision.
Finance Minister President Gordhan says the World Bank classifies South Africa as a middle-income country. He was responding in a written reply to a DA parliamentary question. Gordhan explained the significance of this classification. Mercedes Besant has more.
Gordhan says the World Bank is using gross national income as a measure to classify South Africa as a middle-income country. He says the implications of such a classification are that South Africa can access loans at market-related interest rates from the bank. He says this is done through the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, but not the International Development Association, which he says is the concessional window. The minister says the South African government is not a counter-signatory to the so-called country partnership strategy, which was approved by the World Bank board in 2008.
Large groups of protesters will appear in court in 3 towns in different provinces today. All face public violence charges. At Grabo in the Western Cape, 15 people were arrested after they barricaded the N2 with burning tyres and stones to demand a new school. At Heidelberg in Gauteng, a number of people were arrested after 2 houses belonging to ward councillors and a municipal office were torched. This was in a service delivery protest at Heidelberg's Rotunda informal settlement. Shops belonging to foreigners were also looted. At Urgis in Mpumalanga, 32 residents of Paula Township will be in court following repeated protests that blocked the nearby N12 at times. Police spokesperson Leonard Hlati.
We are warning motorists that the situation in Urgis is not good. So we are saying to them, if they are using the N12 or other roads that are crossing at Paula near Urgis, they should be very much vigilant. Because we have seen, many cars that were burnt. This is evident that, the situation is very much volatile. We are saying, yes, of course, we are there to monitor the situation as police, but the situation is not good.